We've got Matt Vrzal here on the Warhorse Sportsbook Hotline. Vrz, how are you this morning?
Well, I am all right, fellas. I have a bone to pick with Ravi, but we can get to that when we need to.
Let's just start off. Let's do it.
Wait. Am I in this at all? Because I can
might be.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Do your thing.
So, a bald, spectacled man was in Piezon last night, and all due respect, I don't listen to the show. I don't have time to listen to things.
Okay.
But he told me that you said that one Bo Jackson was overrated.
Oh, God.
Did he provide much context there or no?
He did. He said your argument was that he only played 4 years of professional football.
So here's let me paint a picture for you here, Verse. So we were having a conversation.
You better be a Picasso.
I mean, if it's Picasso, you're not even going to recognize it. Fair.
Only because I've been here.
So we had a call yesterday, text something that included Bo Jackson as one of the greatest running backs of all time. I took exception to that because while I consider him a very great athlete, one of the best athletes of all time, his NFL career accomplishments, I don't think justify putting him in the greatest running back of all time conversation. Is he a total freak of nature? Absolutely. Not denying that. But when you look at what his NFL career actually was, I find it a really tough sell to put him in that conversation. Thus, overrated. Not bad, but overrated in the way people think of him versus what his career actually was. That was the context.
So a guy that averaged 6.8, 4.3, 5.5, 5.6 per run, but every time he touched the ball, you were in for 7 yards. You're not in on that.
I'm not talking.
Had it not been for a broken hip, which I understand that happened, then you wouldn't know any of these other dudes.
Listen, okay, go ahead.
Like, just what did we pull any film of this before we made this grandiose statement?
I have seen a lot of film on Bo Jackson. Yes, I have.
Because I know Damon Benning is a big Emmitt Smith guy, so I didn't know if you're in that camp.
There you go. See?
No, listen.
What, you just want to make sure I was listening?
You just want to make sure you were included.
Here it is. I know you're new. I know you're new to this line of work. So
well,
it's only a second week. He hasn't been in it long.
Wow.
Here's my thing, Verse.
Hello, friends.
I understand that when he was playing.
Who's your favorite running back?
My favorite running back is Barry Sanders.
That's fair.
I'm a Barry Sanders guy.
Who's your number two?
I'm actually I'm higher on, I think, Walter Payton than DB is. I really like Walter Payton. If we're just like
a person, hates Walter Payton.
That's a lie. Stop it.
If we're going on guys that I just kind of have an irrational like for, and I'm not saying he's better than some of these other guys. I really loved Marshall Faulk. I really, really loved him on those Rams teams.
You're one hip injury away from possibly witnessing the greatest human being to ever play football.
I understand that, but you just said my exact point. Possibly. We're living in what ifs on Bo Jackson.
I understand the ludicrous nature of your statement, but
I'm not going to live in what ifs when I'm talking about the greatest of all time.
Are you here for the slander?
That dude was a legit. But anyway, you got any questions?
Yeah, I did. So did it at least move your needle to see Drew pumping last night for Grand Canyon? I don't know. I just know we know him as a person, the family, just to see him kind of look healthy and competing, man. I was pretty pumped to see DC do his thing last night on the bump.
Super happy for him. It just a mental hurdle, right? And if you look at the grand scheme of it, if he does not have a good Thursday start, your weekend becomes a long weekend.
Yeah.
Because now you're going to have to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday with guys getting major innings, so they can't have a bad day. Great to see it. It just so much of baseball is mental. In any other phase of life, if you go 3 for 10, you're fired.
Mm-hmm.
In baseball, you're an all-star. So, I mean, it's the best game to deal with just mental toughness. And it was great to see him, got in a couple spots, got out of a couple spots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was just super happy for everybody involved, for him and his family and the team and all of it. So it was just real cool.
Hey, on a larger note, when you're kind of looking at do you think this thing with the athletics and the way that Nebraska wants to compete is contagious with the athletic department, regardless of sport? Like, can you kind of see a way that these teams want to play that you think has a lot to do with the athletic department as a whole? Is that finally happening?
Success will always breed success. I mean, look at how spoiled we were when we were there. Volleyball was good. Wrestling was good. Track was good.
Yeah.
Baseball was good.
Yeah.
We were good. Gymnastics was good. Like, nobody wants to be the reason that you sucked, right? Nobody wants to be the team's like, oh, you're just the tag along. Like, you're men's basketball was good. Women's basketball was good, right?
Yep.
So nobody wanted to be that guy. We're like, your sport, you're here, I guess. Good job. But no, it will always, success is always contagious.
It was just weird because I think people kind of gave Byrne a hard time about wanting to, like, the president, like that, all the sports being good, mattering to him. You know what I mean?
That probably, along with when they got eliminating him, was probably one of the dumbest moves in the history of the university.
Wow.
Because that guy was, listen, you didn't have to like him. And he stood up to the big redhead and said, you coach the football, I'll make the money. How about that? Because at the end of the day, my name is on the check. So, and that didn't happen a lot for that guy. And at first, he wasn't a real big fan of skyboxes coming in. And then all the money started coming in. Like, hey, this is all right. We got some budgeting stuff we can do here. This is pretty cool. So I don't think that's ever in the pantheon of everything that went down in Nebraska to get us to where we are today. I don't think that gets that dude had a vision and a mission. And if you were in the way, pretty quick, you were out of the way. You were getting on board or you were getting gone.
That's Matt Vrzal, former Husker owner of Piezon's Pizzeria. That's all the time we got today, Verz. We appreciate it. As always, we'll talk to you next week.
See you, boys.
It's the season of New Tradition sales event at our brand new Edwards Kia Council Bluffs location. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage EX starting at just $249 a month. Brand new showroom, big holiday savings. Or lease the 2025 Kia Telluride S starting at $329 a month. Or finance at 0.9% for 60 months. Plus, every new purchase includes a free electric scooter. Don't wait. Celebrate the season at our brand new Edwards Kia location in Council Bluffs.
Good morning. Welcome in. Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
We would spend a night drinking the bar. Shorsheim is our big game chain player of the game.
Sasha Durkin here with Husker volleyball coach Danny Fussboom Kelly.
Ahead of the fall season, Harper Murray joining me now.
And Mike Sauter here with Nebraska men's basketball, the rink master.
Joined now by John Cook at the First Serve Showcase.
All right, well, Dylan, thanks for sitting down with us. I know we're in the thick of fall camp.
Omaha native Harrison Phillips is entering year 8 in the NFL.
You're watching Hurrdat Sports.
Last call to make this last forever. One shot to never start another. Right here, I don't think we should ever let go, let go, let go. One night we'll look back on each other. Back on made us start to wonder. Don't know how we could have ever let go, let go, let go. Last call to make this last forever. One shot to
At Centris Federal Credit Union, we understand that the journey of building your own business typically starts with modest beginnings. With a little help from our team of experts and small business loan offerings, you can take your vision and transform it into a more concrete reality. Centris Federal Credit Union. We are where you are.
Hey, Maddie, is there a way that you can you're looking extra yoked today. Did you just finish a workout or is your t-shirt extra snug?
Nope. I worked out last night.
Jeez.
And then
Got that pump going still.
No. This is just kind of how I walk around, Damon. Unlike you, I don't use any science to bolster my appearance.
Wow.
Just all natural.
I don't even know where you got. I'm smaller now than I've ever been, and you're still on that nonsense.
Roided to the gills.
Yeah. Yeah.
TRT.
Me. I don't even know what that is.
You liar. That's what somebody that knows what it is would say. Ravi knows what it is.
I sure do.
Yeah.
It's a professional curiosity, Matt. We've been over this.
Yeah, I'm serious though. You should have. I mean, I don't often give you compliments, but you look fantastic. I saw a couple of cuts in your tricep. I'm like, man, we may not be able to.
I walk by it quickly every day in the mirror.
Yeah, you're like, who's this guy?
We don't linger very long. We keep it moving.
Hey, so we were having this conversation earlier, and about guys that we kind of remember better than they were, or
More fondly.
we just err to the positive because they were beloved, right? Where and we put Walter in that category, Peyton, even though I get it, 16,000 yards. We put Ali, Michael,
Tiger,
Bo Jackson,
and Bo.
is beloved.
Yeah.
I brought up Arnold Palmer. Do you know how many majors Arnold Palmer won, Matt? Or would you put him in the I think he's beloved. A lot of people will joke that it's about the drinks. How many majors? 5. Does it seem like it's more, or is that pretty good?
No, that'd be where I'd be at with it.
Okay.
But the part I think where I don't really. Number one, I don't appreciate your blasphemy toward 2 Chicago legends.
I told him he was going to have trouble on Walter.
I asked it as nice as I could.
It's just there's kind of some hater element to you at times.
Walter's fine. He's fine.
Your hate for Walter Payton. You said Michael Jordan. Like, what?
Who am I? What's the problem with?
So Michael's beloved.
Michael is one of the few, and you can add.
As advertised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Where you could add to the lore, actually meets the productivity, because he's held in way, 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 way high regard. Obviously, they give him GOAT status, and he was every bit as good as that.
Yeah.
Tiger's probably Tiger's another one, but those guys are hard to come by. I think
Tiger. The thing with Tiger that nobody wants to talk about.
You there?
Did we lose him?
Oh, that was getting ready to be good.
Seriously?
Oh, there he is. There he is. Go ahead, Matty.
So the thing with Tiger, okay, is Tiger's greatness as a non-white in a predominantly white sport was what really made what he did. I think we really like the mentally tough people, and we hold mentally tough humans in high regard.
That might be it.
Can you imagine? You can probably, Damon. I cannot.
The anti-LeBron, right? Like he comes
going into a white sport and dominating, and all the shit that had to be said about it, like that side of it. Then just going out, and honestly, the awesome part of it, probably just fuel. It's like, all right, fuckers, you want it? I'm about to destroy your little world.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat the whole field by 17.
The notorious back and forth with Hootie over Augusta. Like, yeah. I forget about that part early. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which, for me, was awesome. I'm like, man, the stuff that guy's going through. Because I was, and I learned a lot in college. Not in school. School was stupid. So I learned a lot just what you guys... Listen, they'll say prostitution is the oldest profession. That's a lie. It's education. Education been screwing people for a long time, but that's a different story for a different day. But the stuff that you guys had to go through as predominant figures in your college town, it opened my eyes to how simple my life was, and that I really had nothing to bitch about ever. And if I did bitch about it, it's just me throwing a pity party. And guess who's going to attend that pity party? Me and nobody else.
Wow.
Okay. So I got over that real quick. But that I think was what puts Tiger in there. Michael, and we probably learned a little bit more of it with The Last Dance, but just how ferocious he was. Walter, how ferociously he played. We like people that are passionate about what they do. We really do. And that's kind of what we clam on to. Arnie was passionate about it, but he was personable with the crowd. That's something that I think a lot of these dudes miss. But they're just being rich, which I don't fault them for that.
Okay.
I would love to be rich.
So where this kind of was birthed was, we were talking about guys that are probably remembered more fondly for what their career was, but I gave it the opposite because he's been in the news for the last 3 years, and whether it's being in the cave with ayahuasca or hot political takes or vaccines, I think
that he was right about.
Well, Boy, you're on a roll this morning. I think like Rodgers his career is significantly better than we actually talk about him, and he's still playing because he's the polar opposite. We don't really like him, so we discount his prowess on the field, which if you look at the numbers historically, I get he should have won more. I don't know about that in football because it's hard, and he played during the Brady era, but he's a his numbers are amazing.
Wow. I love this. You're trying to justify.
I'm not though. I don't, because I don't think. Listen, guys over 40 that win playoff games. That list is really, really small.
It's one. It's the one guy.
I'm not trying to talk myself into anything. Like I'm fully prepared for 9-8 and Tomlin to be on the hot seat with no playoff wins. But
I'll tell you this, buddy, it's about to add one because Aaron Rodgers is going to win there. Just telling you.
Does he seem like almost a 6-to-1 touchdowns to interception ratio guy in his career? And this was on the heels of Chris Canty saying
it's like 5.
That he would contemplate taking prime Rodgers over prime Mahomes.
Well, let's
I know.
Slow down a little bit there. I guess we have to look at what team is around him. Because Mahomes, the one thing that Andy Reid and their GM, I can't remember his name right now, it's Kansas City, and I hate Kansas City, but what they have done is surrounded them with talent, like serviceable talent. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Like they had, like if you compare like what Rodgers, like who do you think Rodgers' best receiver has been?
I don't know, either Donald Driver or Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, and so now you look at what Mahomes has had. You know, he's gone through Tyreek, who's fast as hell, Kelsey, who's always been steady. But I love that they find people that fit what they want to do, and then Mahomes is able to take advantage of it.
Well, Mahomes is the only one that gets a Hall of Famer.
Fair, but you know it's recency bias. It's what we know right now. Like we're in the midst of an amazing run of like just a dude dominating
playing for Super Bowls and AFC championships.
The most alpha dominated league in the world, and he's just like, yeah, I'm going to be here every year.
Yeah,
get used to this space because it's happening, whether you want it to or not. Like I can't. Like that's going to be awesome if that gets the Steelers Chiefs in the AFC Championship.
How are the Steelers going to jump Baltimore or the Bills?
Well, I mean, Lamar's not going to win a playoff game.
Like look at the Steelers defense. Okay, it's like to go 9-8 with the anemic offenses you've had. Imagine them rested. Like imagine them not playing more snaps than the offense.
Yeah, and believe me, I'm one of those guys that actually watches them, so I know that Minka had no business making the Pro Bowl on a year where he played like 5 games. But
that's like I think Aaron Rodgers being able to control the ball and to throw like deep to DK Metcalf when he has to. And listen, Artie Smith, like you could probably see a 4 tight end setup.
Yeah, with Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, and Washington.
And Haywood. You have another Haywood.
Yeah.
Haywood's little brother is the tight end also.
Hey, would you take Devontae Adams over Jordy Nelson?
Yeah.
I would not.
I would. I think, well, depends what I'm trying to do. Like if I'm trying to hey, dude, Devontae Adams can run a route.
No, I get it.
Not saying Jordy Nelson can't.
I just haven't seen it post Rodgers. You know what I mean?
There, but I also have the top like Jordy. God bless him, first down machine, reliable catch. But if I ever want to like take the top off, I gotta have Devontae Adams.
I mean, is Donald Driver or Cobb doing that for anybody else?
Let me tell you about our friends over at Centris Federal Credit Union because they can help you get your savings on the right track. Everybody's got financial goals that they're trying to reach, and Centris is there to help you out with all their different savings programs. It starts with their Roundup program. Every time you use your Centris Visa debit card, they'll round up to the next whole dollar and transfer that money directly to your savings account. Makes saving easy, even while you have to spend. They also have great programs like their certificate and savings account bundle to help you gain a little more ground while you're saving money. Learn more and visit them online, centrisfcu.org. Terms and conditions applied. Federally insured by NCUA. I mean, it's not like we saw Jordy Nelson do it with anybody else either.
No, but what I'm saying is that the comp, the tie that binds is Rodgers.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, justifying your new quarterback. I'm fine with it.
Oh, knock it off.
I'll never justify my shitty quarterback, so whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna end up loving that dude.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Yes. I will not.
Yeah, well, you know,
I will love Ben Johnson for resurrecting that turd.
Incredible. Incredible. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. I get the Brett hate and some other stuff. I don't get the Caleb Williams hate.
He's not good.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You can't play in system. Like, if you look at what he did last year, he threw for a shit ton of yards. Not going to take that away from him. But how much of it was on time? How much of it was I
understand, but it's year one. I think you better reserve judgment, man.
But no. So if you're going to tell me that you're this great polished quarterback that's coming out and you deserve to be this number one pick,
yeah,
you're 3rd foot better hit and you better rip that sumbitch, and you don't. You scramble around, you make bad reads, you chuck shit up in the air. Like, no. Fuck out of here. Like, no. That ain't. And you watch when he starts to not do it for Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's like, "Hey, dog, we're gonna have to move you on down the road."
Yeah, right.
You don't
going into year 3 after this year of a rookie contract. He's not going in. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret that. This dude's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Do you
think? Yeah.
Do you have? I have more confidence in your guy than I do mine.
Your guy's going to light it up. You just told me how great he makes other receivers. Think about some of the dudes you got on your squad.
Why do you hate context? Why? I mean,
that's what you just said. You just made the correlation that Aaron made Devontae and Jordy and
the point was because we don't like Rodgers very much, we poo-poo his career. That was the point.
I don't poo-poo his career. I would take that. Listen, if that guy wanted to be a Bear, I would be like, yep, say less. Let's do this.
Really? The Bear guy would take the Packer?
Yeah, because I like winning.
You're awful surly today, man. You good? You got a good pump going? It's a holiday tomorrow, man. You should be in a better mood.
I'm in a great mood.
Okay, this is Maddie in a great mood.
You just got me out of rhythm trying to get me to take phone calls at 8 o'clock. I got errands to run, man.
I'm like,
trying to operate a business here.
I wanted more time.
You did not. You never want more time. You're going to kick me off here in a minute anyway, and I'm just going to keep talking.
Wow. I do have a question for you, though. So we were trying to come up with one of our guys in Tennessee on stream said, will anybody currently playing in any of the sports go down as beloved, right? Going back to that beloved thing. And I said the only guy that's really got a chance that I could think of is Steph Curry, right? Where, he's never really misspoke with a mic. He's been a good ambassador. His teammates love him, and he's going to be a top single-digit player in his sport. Is there anybody else that you think in the last 10, 15 years has a chance to be like beloved?
We mentioned one, Mahomes.
You think?
Because outside of his wife, shout out to Patrick for buying yourself a couple new toys. But him, because he's never dusting things up. He's never dusting things up in the media.
Yeah.
Or off the court or off the field, sorry.
And he'll let him keep probably massaging his contract too, because they're gonna have to liquidate a little for the next year too.
Correct. Scotty Scheffler.
Somebody said Scheffler.
He's just an shucksy. He's got that little foot slip in his swing, and every hacker out there, which my dumbass agreed to a fucking tee time at 6:40 tomorrow morning because I'm a complete moron.
Got that right.
Every foot slip that we all have on the course, just like everybody will say it too. All you hackers out there, when your foot slips when you're trying to to double butt cheek one that you know you can't hit the ball that far on your foot with. And you're saying to yourself, just like Scotty, baby. I'm just like Scotty. And that sucker flies off into the woods. That's the only part that's not like Scotty.
Don't you think we're a little premature on Scheffler? You're banking on this continued brilliance?
No.
Okay.
That dude is a machine. He is a machine. And he's the best part about him is he gives zero shit. Like, hey, you did this, that, the third, and you couldn't. He's like, yeah, I did. And you're asking me questions, and I'm the one playing. So have a good one, bud.
So like, I think Mahomes is interesting.
Not give a shit of what anybody thinks is awesome.
So that's really the only football guy we could come up with, and we didn't come up with it. You did, because I wouldn't have thought Mahomes. But I will listen to it though. That's not a bad one.
I do think anybody that doesn't have a specific rooting interest against Kansas City does kind of default to loving Mahomes.
Like beloved, though. Like that's sacred.
Yeah, like unless you're a Broncos fan or like unless you have a specific reason not to like the Chiefs, I do think people love Mahomes. I think that's fair.
What about Otani? What about Otani? What about Otani, Matty?
Good. Okay. Here's what helps Otani out. The fact that his interpreter stole from him. So now everybody kind of feels bad for him. But he is a very likable. Oh, for sure. We as fans, we love that story. Oh my God, this guy got screwed, and look at him still compete through it. Hitting nukes, throwing 3 scoreless innings. Like, man, that guy, look at him go. He's very likable. He enjoys the game. Yeah, he could be one. Good job working your Dodgers fandom in there.
No, so let me ask.
Lakers. Okay, so we got to say, then we're going Austin Reeves next.
No, but I do have one for you though, because we got into this with Bruns 3 weeks ago, and we just started rattling off his stats. What about Maddox?
Who?
Your former Cubby, Greg Maddox. How well will he age? Because we went through his stats. It was less than a month ago. He was borderline brilliant.
Well, you can eliminate borderline. The guy threw a 79 pitch complete game.
He did win 4 Cy Youngs in a row.
No,
throwing 86 mile an hour cutters. Like, what do you want the guy to do?
In the steroid era?
Yeah.
No missteps.
You ever heard the Mark Gray story about Maddox?
Talk to me, Cubby.
All
Oh,
right.
Yes, I have. Maddox is disgusting.
And Maddox is dealing, right? And I don't know, something happens, and Grace walks over to the mound, and Maddox is kind of standing there grinning, and Grace says he looks down, and you can see that his cuff has kind of moved outward.
Yeah.
And he's like, you really love baseball, don't you? And he had become full chub during the game while he was pitching.
Stop.
Dead serious. Dead serious. But you just love baseball, don't you? And he's like, yep.
No way.
I think Maddox is.
Dude, Grace is I don't believe that one bit. That is so Mark Grace story-esque. It's unbelievable.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but I believe it.
Wow.
I had beers with Mark Grace at Phil Ellis's bachelor party.
Oh, wow. What was his drink of choice?
Yeah. Beer.
Yeah. Strikes me.
Brian McRae's a douche. Mark Grace, cool. Actually, this is where I kind of figured out, because when we sat there and we were talking to him, and he's like, "What do you know?" We were full, like we were max density from football. He goes, "What do you guys do?" I'm like, "Well, we play football." He goes, "Where?" We're like, "Nebraska." And he put his hand on Phil's shoulder. He goes, "You play at the University of Nebraska?" We're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "You guys have made me so much money." He goes, I can't can't even get to tell you how many weeks I've bet on you guys in a row. And I'm like, yeah, we've covered 25 weeks or 24 weeks in a row. He goes, yeah. You looked at the little server gal? And he goes, yeah, their bill's on me. He goes, we're good. So he bought us beers, and we sat there and we tossed and laughed. And Brian McCray was just being a douche, so we didn't talk to him. He was as advertised.
Weird,
weird
alienating the brothers. I know how it goes. It's fine.
No. Don't start that shit, because you know how I am. You know, black, white, brown, 8 to 80, crippled or crazy. If you're cool, I will roll with you. If you're a dick, I will tell you.
Oh,
you know that.
You saved your best for last, man. This is you and all your glory. Where are you playing tomorrow?
Indian.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who talked you into 640?
Well, okay. So my guy Pat Diedrich, who is a frickin' Detroit fan, baseball, bitched about Javi Baez. Oh, he sucks. He's bleh. I'm like, yeah. How you like my guy Javi now?
That guy's an all-star somehow.
You seen him play center?
Fudge.
Yeah, you can fudge that all you want.
Hey,
Mago is doing his thing, baby. But anyway, Deeds likes to play at the butt crack of dawn, and then Gordo came in. Oh yeah, by the way, Ty Gordon wants to come on, so some morning there might be me and Ty Gordon.
All right, it's your world. We're just living in it. Apparently, as it's 10:10 right now. Keep going.
Hey, you're the one that asked the question. So Deeds likes to play at the ass crack of dawn, because then he's like, "Oh, you're done for the day, and it's not as hot out." I'm like, listen, man, we're going to go out to the lake later. Why don't we just sleep in? Well, so Gordo came in, and he's like, oh, you should play with us, blah, 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 blah. I had a hard time telling Gordo no. So
they got the greatest superintendent is out at Indian Creek, so tell Jim hello. He is like the goat of goats out there. He gets that place ready to roll.
What, are they sponsoring the show? You don't even play golf, you little suck ass.
Wow.
Okay. Trying to get some money out of this deal? What are we doing?
He's just good to me, Matty. Okay, that's all.
Good to you. How?
Because we partner with them for
Pickleback Championship
for the PBC.
Oh,
wow! What a super douche.
I was playing golf with Afro Thunder, Ravi.
That was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
What'd you play at?
We played at Tiburon.
What'd you shoot?
It was a scramble. So as a group, we shot 3 under. Yeah. I did not contribute a ton.
That's not what your post said.
I had like 3 shots that were usable, so that's something.
Wow. Sasha just out there hitting wicked flappers.
Yeah, she probably thought she was on the ice rink.
Shoot, scores! She needed that. She needed that Happy Gilmore putter.
Jewish backswing, just smacking him like she's hitting a clapper from the point.
No, Sasha was actually pretty good.
Freaking Sasha Taves out there.
Yeah, Sasha is awesome.
Sergey Durkin.
That was a good one. By the way, Sasha may have eternally joined my shit list.
Uh-oh.
Because I have tried since you were on the celestial radio, to just do a show, me and Sasha, just talking sports, because she's crazy knowledgeable.
Yeah.
She has pushed me off to the side for however many 100 years this is. Talk you two clowns every Friday and Thursday.
Oh, you're an absolute gem, Matty.
So Sasha's at the top of the shit list.
Good glad it ain't me.
You're 1A.
Yeah, okay.
Was there anything that made the whiteboard today, Matt? We couldn't see you.
No, I was nice.
Nah, just leading questions to make me tell Damon that his teams are good.
All right, Matty Aloysius, Machu Picchu. I will talk to you
Suckers
later.
blowing any shit up tomorrow? What are you doing?
I don't know. Your boy has got a fireworks stand where he's offering me 50% off. He may get me to indulge. One Lance Brown.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. What?
He actually
he
put Christian to work. So he's like, hey, come see us.
Do you want to go to jail? You know those fireworks are not legal.
Wow.
He's got my boy on blast, huh?
What are you? What? Listen, man. I've looked out for you for a long time.
I was like, hey, where are you? I'll come see you. He goes, Council Bluffs. I was like,
So who is right in this scenario?
There's a little more leeway across the river there.
We don't find it odd that this station is not set up in Omaha. Like, we don't think that's a red flag.
oh, good point. Good point.
Christ on a crutch, dude. What are you doing?
Wait. Did you say Christ on a what is Christ on a crutch?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't fully understand that one, but my grandpa used to say a lot. And it sounded, I was like, man, that sounds just cool. I was like, that's just a cool statement.
Yeah, you bring up a good point now that you think of it.
That's a pretty good one, isn't it?
That's a pretty good one.
He's like, Council, yeah, why are you in Council Bluffs?
He's got
dude.
He's got some of that stuff we're worried about Iran having over there.
You might be 3-finger bending by the time that thing is done. That made your hand off.
Oh, all right, buddy.
I got the sweetest message from my little angel, Mrs. Benny, the other day.
Oh,
We're
she was
Facebook
so
friends,
happy.
by
She
the way.
was so happy, Matt. I that's about as nice as you're gonna get me to be to you when she.
We're Facebook friends, me and Mama B, just in case you didn't know. Sucker.
Maddie, she was so happy. It made me happy. So
you could probably be happier. You're kind of a curmudgeon at times.
All right, man. You've way overstayed your welcome. Way.
You're the ones that maybe do this on Thursday.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pleasure talking to you today, Matt. I really enjoyed it. So thank you for doing
that,
that.
Ravi.
Thank you for being.
Make sure you get Damon as Sarah Moreland so you can get yoked.
How do you know what that
I
is?
don't even know what that is.
TikTok. Man, my TikTok right now is a wild place. Sarah Moreland, I get a lot of those. Evidently, you can grow hair now off of a pill. So my TikTok wants me to have a full head of hair. Which I'm like, hey man, we're 30 years into this, dog. I don't think it's coming back.
Oh.
Everybody's tried Lock Lab. Let me know if that shit works. I'm just gonna mess with everybody. I'm just gonna mess with everybody. Get like 60 and have a full head of hair. I won't make it that far. 56, then I'll have a full head of hair.
Wow. All right, buddy. I'll ask for Jim in the morning. See where he's at. He's got a great beard and a nice, pretty head of hair.
Tell you what they got out there, because we've done this before. That's why this is even dumber of me. There is a complete rocket that works the clubhouse bar in there. Wow. Slack jawed the last time I went in there. I was like, Jesus. Why are you here so early?
Incredible. You're one of a kind, Matty.
That's probably a good thing.
Appreciate
talk soon, buddy.
Appreciate the time as always, Verse.
Wow.
Hey, you fuckers have a good 4th.
Hey, you too. Keep all your fingers.
I'm just.
Oh, you cut him off.
Oh, shoot.
Shane had enough.
Oh, Matt's gonna be pissed too. I guarantee you, Shane will be getting a text.
Matt, that wasn't me. That was Shane.
It's the season of New Tradition sales event at our brand new Edwards Kia Council Bluffs location. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage EX starting at just $249 a month. Brand new showroom, big holiday savings. Or lease the 2025 Kia Telluride S starting at $329 a month. Or finance at 0.9% for 60 months. Plus, every new purchase includes a free electric scooter. Don't wait. Celebrate the season at our brand new Edwards Kia location in Council Bluffs.
Good morning. Welcome in. Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
And for Borsheim's, it is our big game chain player of the game.
Sasha Durkin here with Husker volleyball coach Danny Fussboom-Kelly.
Ahead of the fall season, Harper Murray joining me now.
And Mike Sauter here with Nebraska men's basketball, the rink master.
Joined now by John Cook at the First Serve Showcase.
All right, well, Dylan, thanks for sitting down with us. I know we're in the thick of fall camp.
Omaha native Harrison Phillips is entering year 8 in the NFL.
You're watching Hurrdat Sports.
Last call to make this last forever. One shot to never start another. Right here, I don't think we should ever let go, let go, let go. One night we'll look back on each other. That call made us start to wonder. I don't know how we could have ever let go, let go, let go. Last call to make this last forever. One shot.
Centris Federal Credit Union, we understand that the journey of building your own business typically starts with modest beginnings. With a little help from our team of experts and small business loan offerings, you can take your vision and transform it into a more concrete reality. Centris Federal Credit Union. We are where you are.
Great.
So, just philosophically, with what's going on with the portal and whatever in NIL, whether it's under or overstated, which one, if you had to pick one, because I know you'd say both, and you're always going to do this, would you never compromise getting linemen out of high school, or would you never compromise getting a quarterback out of high school?
I personally,
Are those the top two positions where you still have to continue to always do the high school thing, non-negotiable, first of all?
no.
What's another one? D-line?
I would, yeah. So the field has changed so much, okay? Because I can go now and get like a higher quality film on all kinds of players. So I don't even know if I have a ranking.
It's hard. You can't make a living with linemen out of the portal, though. There's too many. You need too many.
So I would agree with linemen.
And everybody wants them.
I do think you can make a living out of quarterbacks out of the portal if you're in certain places. Like that appears to be some people's philosophy is just go portal shopping for quarterbacks every year.
Is Matt just giving me that look, or did he freeze?
I think he froze.
Oh, I was like, what did I say where he's giving me that?
I did think he was like just staring at you for a minute, but I think he's frozen. Shane, do we want to try and get him back?
Sure.
You think you can make a living getting quarterbacks out of the portal?
More so than linemen.
Well, yeah.
More so than linemen. I would prefer, because that's one of my big beefs with Mike Norvell, isn't having not developed a single quarterback at Florida State.
We saw it happen with Michigan.
Michigan, same thing. I do wonder about like what Dan Lanning's doing long term,
Iowa, like
Miami long term,
yeah.
Iowa. Like there's several schools that have, but there's also schools that have gotten away with it. Like Miami so far has gotten away with it. We'll see if what happens with Carson Beck. Oregon so far has gotten away with it.
What has Miami gotten away with though? They haven't won.
I mean, they won more than 10 wins at Miami is a drastic improvement from where they've been. Like Cam Ward got them basically what they wanted out of Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Now there wasn't other things in place to make that team
I think
better
most would tell you that they grossly underachieved.
I don't know how good that roster was. So
let's look at the draft.
Fair. I don't know how much better they were than 10 wins though. You know, like I don't look at that team and I'd be like, that should have been.
So just you're talking about just the 1 year.
Yeah,
so it's not crystal ball. Okay.
So it's not, but it appears that like it's worked for them the year they tried it. We'll see what happens. Because obviously it didn't really work with the Van Dyke situation, and that was an out of high school guy. So let's see what happens with Carson Beck if he gets them where they want to go or closer to where they want to go. With Oregon, it worked out with Dylan Gabriel. We'll see what happens with Dante Moore. I do wonder long term though more about offensive and defensive linemen than I do quarterbacks.
We have Matt back on the phone.
Oh, okay. All right, Matty, do tell with the feel with film and how you can evaluate easier.
I would not. I would back off on all of that, and I would find character. Like,
God, we talked about that and we got crushed. Not really.
Good.
We got some pushback.
You know what happens when you're getting crushed? You know you got people that don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Oh, wow.
Because you get folks in there that think, oh my God, I'll take a super shitty person or it's a great athlete. Let me know how that goes for you. Okay? And listen, We had guys that played with us that had their problems, but you know what they were? Good-ass human beings until you got a little booze in them and then shit went haywire, okay? So for those
certainly good teammates. Certainly good teammates.
For those dorks that are getting after you for not saying that character matters, guarantee their kids' teams lose. I guarantee it. I will guarantee it that they lose because they don't get what it takes to build a team. Because you can't have somebody in there that's an asshat because he will disrupt an immensely talented team, a.k.a. 1990 and 6. You lived it and I lived it. Okay? If you want a case study, there it is.
Have you heard anything? Have you heard anything I've said this morning? I'm going to go with no.
No, I had a glaucoma test. I was a doctor.
Isn't that not weird that he brought up the
Almost
90
the
and 91? I brought up
exact same thing.
That exact analogy on how it's not just about having, because we're talking about like NIL and what's being like what you're willing to pay for. And I'm like, guys, at some point you kind of have to appreciate how Nebraska's going about doing their due diligence.
Because people are getting mad that they're not just going to go out bid for a guy that go outbid another school for a guy that they want because it seems like Nebraska's trying not to compromise what they're about for one individual guy. And that's how we got on this topic.
But you know what? The ones that don't get it, let them not get it. Because they're going to be the ones that make an ass out of themselves at a game. Then hopefully they get out of the stadium and we get a fan in there that gets it. Like I ain't got time to drag you along and teach you. Like that's in the words of the great Damon, that's a you problem. If you don't understand, if you don't get that, I can't help you. Because listen, how many years did I come on your show? DB, gladly come on your show. How many years?
Oh, it's been, I don't know.
It's a long time now.
Yeah, 10 years maybe.
Decade?
Almost a decade, yeah.
Decade. Said this from day one. Said it from day one. Like the guys that don't get enough credit for the great runs in college sports are the guys 2 years ahead. Because those guys laid the groundwork for what we became.
I said it a little different. I said everybody laments and waxes poetic about depth, but it's not always fun. Like sometimes you're on the waiting end and sometimes you're on the teaching end. It's cool to run through the depth chart, but it isn't always rainbows and butterflies. You got to have some unique individuals.
But it's okay. We also lose perspective on what we became.
That's interesting.
Okay? We were at the pinnacle. Listen, I had people in from Louisville, LSU, Arkansas. Okay? SEC and an ACC. They're all like, the minute they figure out, hey, what are all these things on the wall? I'm like, oh, those are all my teammates that I love to death, played with them in college. Some of them are from other, sports at Nebraska, but mainly football guys that I played. You played football in Nebraska? I was like, yes, I know. I didn't know. I was not a fullback. I was much fatter than. I played line on a participation level. Okay? On a participation level. To a human being, they would sit back, put their hand on their foot and be like, man, you guys back then were so good. But it wasn't a collection of the top of the top. Now, if you look to 80s, 9 wins guaranteed, lose a heartbreaker, right? Get into the 90s. You know you're going to win 9. You get some transcendent talent in there. Okay? The depth is there. You just need the transcendent talent. The transcendent talent shows up. And look what happens. You have to build a culture, a core, and a structure to live by. Why do you think, and I know people get ready to roll your eyes and save me the recruiting bullshit because it's legal now, but they will say, how does Matt Turman sustain success? He's got the same shit that happens every year, and then you get transcendent talent. A Tyson Gordon, a Van Dyke, a Kaliga, right? Creighton Coley.
How about
Isaiah Ramsey will throw in there.
The Andersons?
Blake Anderson.
Yeah.
Ryan Emanuel. DJ McGargle. Kyle O'Neill. Like, you get way good players in a structure that they already know, and they'll go kill. But you have to build those things, and we were in such a bad spot before that We wanted a 24-hour 365. We're building it overnight. Guess what, Earl? That doesn't work. It takes time. And if you want them, and if you trust them, if you believe in them, let them cook, as the kids say. But in the words of one of my good buddy Paul's running backs from Doane, when they were undefeated for 4 years, and Paul was the center and he was the running back, and he just kept running into the running back, and he just said, Paul, get out the way. Like, we got to get out of the way. Because guess what, Bill and Bennington, no offense, Bennington, you ain't making any calls, so be as pissed off as you want. But let them cook. Let them do their things, because if you go watch what they're doing now, it is light years different from what it was when they got here. They understood the assignment. They understood the shit show that it was. And they are slowly building something. I'm sorry it doesn't fit your time frame. Okay? But it's going in the right direction. So don't worry about who they do and don't get, because evidently the guys they're getting, it's working pretty good because they're moving up the chain. And now you just be what you are. Because there's still guys, Ohio State, Michigan guys, I see them on my TikTok, they're still telling, hey, hardest place to play, University of Nebraska, Lincoln. And then they will tongue-in-cheek say, we're up 40, and we're still getting yelled at by the fans. Well, guess what? Now, if you guys just keep doing your job, which is being the best fan base in the country, and let the coach do their job, which is getting more talent and being better, then, hey, we might intersect sometime. We're going to have a party.
Yeah, it should be interesting if they win, man.
You've got to build core, culture, and structure. I wish I had an E in there because then I could call it CTE, but I don't have one. So.
You could say environment, but I don't want to.
There you go.
Then you won't give me any, it's not as necessarily yours, but I'm sorry.
I'm with you. You're in. We just created CTE, me and you.
Appreciate that.
Class of 92, thick as thieves forever.
You know it, ride or die.
You heard it from Burrs first. Let Rule cook.
Let him cook. All right, Maddie, behave yourself, buddy. Stay cool if you can. Next time.
What's Zoe hit this week?
She hasn't played yet, but the next time I see you, do you have a? Well, I'll just text you.
What nights does she play?
Well, they got a game tomorrow if they get it in, but she's spending the night at her brother's tonight down in Lincoln.
Oh.
I know, right? I'm terrified.
So they always play on Saturday?
Well, they do this week. I don't know if they're going to get the game in because of the heat index, but we'll see.
Yeah. You get a Tuesday or Wednesday game on that schedule. I'm just going to text JC. You'll never tell me. I'm coming.
Knock yourself out.
All right, Burrs, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week.
Nah, I don't want to be done.
It's the season of new tradition sales event at our brand new Edwards Kia Council Bluffs location. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage EX starting at just $249 a month. Brand new showroom, big holiday savings. Or lease the 2025 Kia Telluride S starting at $329 a month. Or finance at 0.9% for 60 months. Plus, every new purchase includes a free electric scooter. Don't wait. Celebrate the season at our brand new Edwards Kia location in Council Bluffs.
Good morning. Welcome in. Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
Sports, and for Borsheim's, it is our big game chain player of the game.
Sasha Durkin here with Husker volleyball coach Danny Busboom Kelly.
Ahead of the fall season, Harper Murray joining me now.
And Mike Sauter here with Nebraska men's basketball's rink master.
Joined now by John Cook at the First Serve Showcase.
All right, well, Dylan, thanks for sitting down with us. I know we're in the thick of fall camp.
Omaha native Harrison Phillips is entering year 8 in the NFL.
You're watching Hurrdat Sports.
Last call to make this last forever. One shot to never start another. Right here, I don't think we should ever let go, let go, let go. One night we'll look back on each other. Back home made us start to wonder. I don't know how we could have ever let go, let go, let go. Last call to make this last forever. One shot to
At Centris Federal Credit Union, we understand that the journey of building your own business typically starts with modest beginnings. With a little help from our team of experts and small business loan offerings, you can take your vision and transform it into a more concrete reality. Centris Federal Credit Union. We are where you are.
Morning. Welcome into Hurrdat Sports Live here on a Friday. As it appears, many of you know already based on the chat, but in case any of you have not heard, we lost our dear friend Matt Vrzal yesterday. And as you can imagine, it's been a really difficult last 24 hours or so. Not quite that long, I guess. And as you can imagine, that's why Damon's not here this morning. They were as close as two people can be. It feels almost cheap to just call them friends. They were, I'm sure, would have described each other as family. There's a lot of you expressing your condolences in the chat, which we very much appreciate. I found it really interesting as people started to find out last night that, and I think it really speaks to who Verz was as a person, that people who only knew him through our show or other shows or through Piezons feel the heartbreak that they do about his passing. I was lucky to know him a little bit better than that. Certainly not as well as DB. But the thing that I kept coming back to and actually it's the thing I've thought about a lot about Verz since the time I've known him, is he was always kinder to me and better to me than he had any reason to be. And that's pretty unusual in people. There was literally nothing I could offer him except for friendship and occasionally buying pizzas from him. And he was always, beneath his tough exterior, he was always incredibly kind and incredibly good to me. And I'm not unique or special. That's how he treated people. And I think that's why people are reacting the way they are this morning and last night as they find out. He was as good of a hearted person as I think I've been around. Lots of things that people didn't even know about that he would just do and not tell anyone about. Just a good guy. I know for a long time Piezons did days where they would just donate a portion of their proceeds to different charities, and that's just who he was. He was a incredibly unique person, and he'll obviously be very, very missed, not just by me, not just by DB, but by everybody who came into contact with him in even the smallest or largest ways. You could see the outpouring of love and sadness from his teammates last night on various internet platforms as they found out the news. Obviously, my immediate thoughts and heart and concerns go out to Verz's family, and that includes DB. DB's been through way too many of these recently, and my heart breaks for him, and it breaks for everybody that knew and loved Verz. He was a teddy bear is a really good way to describe him. Somebody said that yesterday to me. He looked really tough, and he was really tough, but just a kind, good-hearted man. And there were several things that I admired about him, and one of them was that he was authentically and unapologetically himself. That's something I really, really value in people, and he was that to an absolute T. He was also one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life, which is something I admire, because sometimes I wish I had more of that. He seemed to have boundless energy for work and still had energy to help the people that were around him whenever he could as well. He will be dearly, dearly missed by anyone who came in contact with him. So if you haven't heard yet, I am sorry to be the one to break that news to you. But just Matt Vrzal did pass away yesterday at the age of 51. I don't really know what this show is going to be like, if I'm being honest with you. We're going to try and do somewhat of a normal show. If people want to talk about Verz, they absolutely can. But other than that, we're going to try and do a normal show. I don't really know what else to do. I didn't go to broadcast school anyway, but I don't think they teach this, even if I did. So we're going to take a break here in a minute and basically start the show over and do, like Headley said, I think do the thing that Verz would want us to do, and that's to talk football today. So that is we're going to come back here in a minute and basically just start the show over. But tell the people that you love them. There's no telling that what tomorrow brings, and you'll regret it if you don't. So we'll take a couple minutes here to kind of regroup and restart the show, and we'll be back with more Hurrdat Sports Live. Mike, I know this is a super tough day and a super tough ask of you. I appreciate you joining us.
Yeah. I want to have some fun, because that's what Matt was all about. So I was going to start just by coming in here and saying, "What's up, fuckers?" Because that's what he said every week. And yeah. I also, if you guys don't mind, I have an extra grease board because, Matt liked his grease board.
Yeah.
So I would like to do something like this. It says, Vrzal words you can't say on the radio.
Perfect. I'm in, Mike. Let's go. Let's roll.
So this is a very too big grease board for this area. But I have red, and then I have green. Green means go. So those are like the words you can say and the words you can't say. So we're going to start with fuckers because he liked to say that. And I was just looking back, obviously, through text messages and Father's Day, he sent in our group chat with me and Damon on Father's Day, he said, let's go with exclamation marks. And he said, Happy Father's Day, fuckers. And like with exclamation marks. So we're going to go with fuckers because you can't say that on the radio. And my handwriting sucks. So
it's a good thing we're not on.
What other Vrzal words did he say that you can't actually say on live radio?
Get your shit together.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Shit together. Okay. Shit. I think to be quite honest, knowing Vrzal, he hated like entitled people and kids.
Yeah.
And hated them. And he also was like, like with all the consternation that's going on with high school football now and the scoring and stuff, he would just say, get better. Like he would just say, just get better, coach harder, do whatever, just be better. And that's obviously something that he would do and say. He also, every time that I went into his I won't call it shop, he just knew what the order was. Like he knew like I'm a basic bitch when it comes to eating food. I eat like a 12-year-old. And he just knew I wanted just beef pizza and nothing else. And then I remember the last time I was there was last week, and he was there, but someone else was helping me, and he said, hey, I asked him, I said, what, like the wings, what do I get? Like, what I don't know what they're called, but I get them like this way. And he just knew it. And he just told the person that was helping me, he's like, yeah, they're just baked buffalo. Like he just knew what I liked. And I didn't even know what I liked, but he knew what I liked. And he knew that with everybody. So that's something too. Okay. I want to finish out this word thing. And I don't really even remember. So Shane, if you got some drops, that'd be great. You could help me out here, big dog. Well, little dog, because you're not really big.
He would always get on DB about Damon obviously not wanting to swear, but then he would be oh, but you can say this, but instead
Fudge.
went that. And I believe Jason put that in there, and great, now my mom's going to be mad at me, but I believe one of them was cocksucker.
Yes, he said cocksucker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. That was, you can't say that on the radio.
Called people dicks.
Yep.
Called people dicks.
You're a dick.
Yeah, called everyone a dick. Yeah. He also, I'm going to put this on there because this is my memory of him, is he always called me Mikey, and I hate that. Like I can't stand that. And he's the only person in the world that I allow to call me Mikey. And I just kind of did. I don't know why I let him do it, but he did. And it was, why I hate it is because remember, well, you guys weren't alive probably, but the Mikey Likes It commercials, Austin, you definitely weren't alive. But and when I grew up, all my aunts and uncles, they called me Mikey all the time. It drove me nuts. Yeah. So I'm going to put that you can't say that on the radio because no one ever should call me that because I'll take major offense. So these are just the red words. I don't think we're going to get to green because he's, chicken shit was another one he would say a lot. Yep. So you can't say that on the radio. This board is very heavy, by the way, with one hand.
I think you're doing great.
Yeah, it's very big. Look at this thing; it's huge.
I know we might make a more economically sized one for the word list.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just what I had sitting around. So, but no, that's good. This is my ode to my friend and all of our friend, Matt Vrzal, who is one of the best humans. Just one of the best guys ever. And just meant a lot to a lot of people. He's a special human and everybody's friend and treated everyone with respect. Even if you barely knew him and if you didn't know him, you knew he was joking with you. And I will say that I know Damon and Matt were best friends. And I'm so sorry for that because they talked all the time, every day. And it's just, he meant a lot to a lot of people. And he, I don't know, there's stories, and I called people last night and talked to just people in the Scut community and how much he meant to just that community of people. And no matter, Scut gets shit on all the time, and but they're good people, and they work hard and care about kids. And yes, they care about winning, and it's important. And but this is just a story about Matt, and this was yesterday. Scott's art teacher was doing an art project, and she wanted new pizza boxes and non-greasy ones or used ones, and she wanted 40. And so they called up there, and Matt had them ready for them to pick up within the hour for free, just because he's just helping. I will say that I learned a lot about football from Matt Him and I just had talked all the time about I'd call and we just chat, and he taught me a ton. I'd go to, when he was coaching at Scud, I'd go to practice and I'd just hang out with the linemen because I wanted to see him coach. And he always had, he never had the biggest linemen, but they were always tough as shit. And that's because Matt Vrzal was tough as shit. Just a great, great man. And he was, I know Damon's daughter, Zoe, and there's other kids like that, like my kids. We'd go in there and he would just make my kids light up and want to give them high fives and hugs. And we always just called him Uncle Matt. Because that's who he was to a lot of just our kids, like our, his friends' kids. And, I know, again, I know, Damon spent a lot of time there. Zoe, Damon's kids, same way. He just treated everyone so good. And he'd have, ice cream sandwiches for kids. And, they look forward to it. And we'd go there and eat for lunch. Me and my, we just stop in and I'd tell my kids, hey, you guys want to go to Matt's? And it wasn't Piezon's. It was Matt's Pizza Place. That's what my kids called it. Let's go to Matt's. Let's go to Matt's Pizza Place. And we just stop in. We'd be out doing something and let's swing by Matt's. But first, you had to make sure his stupid red and black blazer was there, sitting there, because if it wasn't, he wasn't there. But I will tell you what, about 9 times out of 10, he was always there. And we wouldn't even go in if he was, if he wasn't, I don't see his truck, he's probably not there. And then you call him and he'd say, well, I'm not there. Or I'll be back there in a little bit, or I'm doing something, I'll be out there in a minute, or whatever. And I know the people that worked for him really cared about him. And I just feel for those people because they counted on him to obviously feed their family and pay rent and do stuff like that. So I don't know what the future holds for that place, but if it stays going, it won't be the same. And it was because of Matt, and he's a special guy. So anyway, all right, let's talk about something else. Because I will tell you what, Matt Vrzal would want me just to work. So that he would say, quit feeling sorry for me and yourself and all that, and just go to work. So
we do appreciate you being vulnerable with us and sharing that about Verz, your friend. And I think a lot of people identify, especially people who have been to Piezon's, identify with what you're talking about, whether they really knew him well or not. I'll just say a couple things here while I give you a minute. There was a couple times I'd go in there and especially if it wasn't too busy, he'd sit down and just talk to people while they're eating, right? He'd just sit down and go from table to table. And a couple times I would ask, how do you know them? And he'd be like, oh, I don't. They just come in sometimes. And he'd sit there and he'd talk for 15, 20, however long he had, right? And just with people that he didn't really know, even except for they took the time to come to his place. And I thought that always said a lot. And then one thing that's always really stuck out to me, and this is years ago at this point, I went in there for dinner one day, and he wasn't in there. And I got a text from him about 10, 15 minutes after I had left. And he said, hey, man, my staff just told me you were in here. I'm sorry I missed you. And he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to work all the time. He didn't have to,
Yeah.
It was just, I said it earlier. He was just always better to people than he had to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the best way I can sum up at least my experiences with Verz.
Yeah, I don't have as close to stories as you guys have, but I was one of those strangers that would walk into Piezon's, right, just randomly, and I'd met him in person a couple of times. I always thought it was really cool when I would see him either at Scott games covering something that he would point at me and he would say, "You're one of Damon's guys," and I always thought that might be a bad thing, but. The very first time I was ever at Piezon's and I met him was after I was at KRVN and I had drove up from Lexington to cover a Lexington Scott boys basketball game that was at Scott. And the Scott basketball coach actually told me to go to Piezon's after because I had called him for pregame and he was like, "No, this is what we always do. Like, it's a long trip for you. Whatever, we'll get you pizza."
Mm-hmm.
And Verz immediately knew that I was not one of the Scott guys and was just like, "What's this guy doing here?" So he sat down next to me and he said, are you going back tonight? And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I'm not going to let you drink on the way." So he gave me a beer there. The other time that I met him was actually when my now fiance and I first moved to Omaha in July last year. And we, of course, knew about Piezon's. I had it before from that first experience. And we went out and we were just going to do a regular date night, have a good time. It was kind of a slower night on like a Thursday or Friday night. And our server, whatever, just, kind of forgot about us or whatever the case was. Verz walked over to us. We didn't even notice that, we were just hanging out, doing our thing. We didn't even notice that like an order hadn't gotten put in. We hadn't gotten food or whatever. And he just comes over and he goes, "You guys gotten your food yet? What'd you order?" We tell him and he just goes, "Don't worry about it. Like, I got you covered. Sorry it was so long." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, not a problem. Whatever." He came back, handed it, and he goes, "You will tip." And again, just that cool. I think the one thing being like the producer for the show and hearing what Verz had to do, and I think my experience is very similar to what a lot of people in the chat, what a lot of other people, you may not know how to feel, right? Because it's a loss of our community, right? Like, it's a loss of high school football. It's a loss of Nebraska football. It's a loss of the Omaha community. I didn't know he was a 308 guy. I didn't know he was a Grand Island guy. I found out from a friend in Grand Island that he was going to go back for like the 100th anniversary of something like middle school game or something like that. Yeah, so all cool stuff. But Verz was always Verz, and he was always authentic. And that's what I learned from listening to the show here, from other shows that he had done, that was the thing that I thought was always the coolest part about him when like thinking about what do I have to say about him in this moment. And the one thing that, like, again, I didn't know him that well. You guys had great personal memories with him. If you're going to take anything from what Matt Vrzal's life was, just be authentic and be yourself, because that's who Verz was. He was never anything. He never proclaimed himself to be an expert on the offensive line or an expert of Nebraska football, but everyone wanted to hear what he had to say because he was just going to tell you how it was. And when people would talk to him about high school football and when he would do broadcasts, it wasn't like other broadcasters. It wasn't like other people that would go up and do games in the booth. And Mike, I'm sure you agree that he probably didn't coach like other coaches would coach because he was he just did it play.
He every year, again, I back through text, just memory stuff, and did that last night. And since COVID year, he called high school state championship games, and he wanted to be so prepared. I'm telling you, like weeks out, he'd text me, "Hey, do you have this coach's number? I think or who do you think's going to be in the 8-man, finals? And I want to just start watching them, and I want to start learning, what they do and get their huddle tape if I can." And then he'd be like, "Do you have this coach's number, this coach's number, this coach's number? Because I want to go." What he did was he went to their practice to watch them practice before he called their game. And I mean, like, it didn't matter where in the state he went to watch their practice. So he knew and was educated enough to know what they ran and what they like to do and met the coaches and did all of that. I mean, that's a different level of like professionalism, if you will, or homework. And one more thing with him is he texts me. I guess I sent this guy to you. So Verz and I obviously Damon is the connection there, and for me, and we have followed each other or been back to back on sports talk radio in this state for years, probably a decade. And he always said, I guess we through the years we talked about it, we always said we'll get to the guts of it, of the conversation. But we also want to make it fun and entertaining for the listeners and viewers and people that do it. So there is there was very much so intentionality to, his appearances and things that he did. Yes, it was just naturally him with the jokes and the quips and things like that. And I learned from him on that. And that's why sometimes I get a little off the rails on this show. And it's because it's entertainment and we want people to be entertained and we want it to be fun. And I can't tell you the number of times that I'm at a game or the grocery store or whatever, and they said, man, that hour with you and Verz is so much fun. And it's fun. Like we should be having fun doing this, and obviously not being on over the air anymore. We can have a little more fun because we like to say words that aren't appropriate for FCC or whatever that is. So, but it's entertainment and it's entertaining, and that's what it is. And for those high school people, I had a crazy idea one time. And Austin, you know what it is because you're the producer of this show now. It was I had an idea about doing a post-game show, like wrapping up high school football on a Friday night every Friday. And this was when I worked for the World Herald. And I brought the idea to my bosses at the World Herald, and they shot it down real hard. And then I was like, well, where else can we do this? How else can we do this? Let's do this. The first ever Nebraska Preps postgame show was at Piezon's on a Friday night after football. And it was me and Damon in his shop. And there was a lot of people, like, because I think Scud had a home game that night, but there was a ton of people there. And I remember Pat was there, and I think Sasha maybe even was there too. But we set up this thing. We just, okay, let's turn this into something. The first ever one, and this is 5 years ago, 6 years, I don't even know when, but it was a long time ago, was at Matt's, because I just was like, I want to do this. I think it's cool. I think it's a great idea. And it just went, like, the lights were out. We were in the little closet thing, like before you go to the bathroom, in his area. And it was Damon and I, and we were sitting there, and like, we didn't know anything. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to do it. We didn't know anything about it. And now it's turned into like a decently popular, I would say, podcast for us anyway. I only did it the one time because I got told I couldn't do it anymore when I worked other place. After they saw that I did it that one time, they told me I can't do it anymore. So, but yeah, it's just things like that, like crazy ideas. And then even after I left the World Herald, I went back, on my own, and Verz like didn't spend money on advertising at all. But that's how I was feeding my family at the time. And I had another, random idea, and I went to him with it, and I said, hey, like, it's going to be this much. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think about this idea? And he's like, well, I'll do it this way and whatever. And he goes, I got you. I'm in for it. Like, I'll do it. I said, okay. And like, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was, I think it was like $1,000 for like something. And, he's like, didn't blink at it, because he knew that like, that's how I was supporting my family, and he just wanted to help. So Yeah.
Before we close out the show, I just wanted to say a big thank you to, I know it's been mentioned in the chat as well, from Sauter, from you. I know DB will have his time when he's ready. Also, thank you to Shane. Got here early this morning. Shane was here early as well, earlier than I was, and just sharing a little bit back and forth. I know that this is something that doesn't get to happen very often, but you don't usually get to share you don't get to tell people their flowers when they're still around, usually, right? It usually happens far too late. And Verz, from what I can tell from everyone that has shared stories, whether it's through comments, online, social media, from what we've heard this morning and beyond, that Verz was he was virtuous in that sense, that it felt like no matter where he was or what he was doing, he was always able to share those stories and share those flowers. And I'm really glad that everyone is able to share, and now the Verz community, and be able to know kind of what's going on in that sense, and be able to get a sense of who he was as a person, who he was as all that stuff. So I appreciate the ability of everyone to be vulnerable, whether it's you, Ravi, Sauter, Shane, Damon when he returns, and everyone moving forward, that it's important that we share these. And it's important also as men in 2025 that we can do this. So it wouldn't have been possible without Verz, and as tough as that is, I do appreciate all of you guys being able to do that. So it gives people like me, who only knew him from certain senses and certain availabilities, or from different mediums, different forms, a better sense of who he was. And the last thing that I'll say before I hand it over to you is one of my favorite memories is actually going to the Shrine Bowl, like regularly, like throughout the years. I'll be honest, I don't even know why I'm getting so emotional. I think it's just because of like everything else that you guys have shared. But riding down to Kansas City with Damon for that Arrowhead Stadium game and taking him down, I told Damon that day that I was like, one of the coolest stories I've ever heard you and Verz talk about on air was your Shrine Bowl experience, and how important that was for your guys' friendship and what you built, and how you became friends and Huskers and lifelong friends after that. Just the power of the ability of people to meet from different walks of life, to be able to connect over something as dumb as a game of football, right? I think Verz is a perfect just mesh of all of that. And just being able to hear that story from Damon before any of this ever happened, and being able to hear that from you guys has just been, it's been very awe-inspiring. So thank you for doing that, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Austin. As we were trying to figure out what and how to do for the show today, I felt very strongly that it didn't feel right to have anybody else in Matt Vrzal's time slot this week. That includes myself or Austin. As we kind of wrap up the show, as we remember Verz, as we mourn and grieve and lament the loss of a friend. You know, you mentioned it's hard for people, especially men, to receive their flowers while they're still alive. That's something DB talks about all the time. I mentioned it in the first hour that he's gone through far too many of these, especially recently. So he knows that in a very, very real and unfortunately practical sense in his own life. I will say, I said it before, tell the people you love that you love them. It doesn't matter that it's weird. Make it weird. Tell them why you love them. Tell them why you care about them. Tell them what you appreciate about them. It is 100% worth it all the time, no matter how they react in the moment. I guarantee you that it means something to them. Even somebody like myself, who is definitely on the more sensitive side than a guy like Verz was.
Right.
They'll appreciate it too, even if they make fun of you a little bit in the moment. It's worth it. Tell people you love them. Make it weird. As we wrap the show up today, we wanted to leave you with one last little gift from Verz. A little compilation that Shane and Rico put together of some of our favorite Verz moments over the years. So for one last time, here's Matt Vrzal.
Now let's find out what Matt Vrzal is better at: telling stories or making pizza.
Matt.
Matt's an exceptional young man.
Matt Vrzal.
Happy birthday, Matt.
You know, Matt, he's a tremendous athlete.
Matt Vrzal.
Come on, Matt, I'm with you.
You know, like Matt Vrzal, you're one of the sexiest people in the world, but you're not one of the most beautiful. How did that happen?
Here is Matt Vrzal.
All right, Matt, thank you very much.
What's up, fuckers?
Wow.
But that's a great motivator. If you don't want to get smoked again, guess what you're going to do next time? You're going to do a better job of assessing that blitz and hit the hot route.
If you like all your fingers pointing in the same direction.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. You don't want to look like Ray Nitschke when you point at the camera. You're going to throw that thing next time. You don't want Chuck Bednarik hand. You're going to let that baby rip.
Wow. All right,
if you want to point north, and your fingers facing west, that's a you problem. One of the funnest things I've ever done in football was we were in Malcolm, and love Malcolm. I will ride or die for the clip joint all my whole life. First one's free because coaches will lie to you.
Yeah,
Damon, you can agree with me on that.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna bring you in. You're gonna be getting started playing time right away, baby. You and everybody else we just told that to. Come on in. I'm never gonna leave here. Me and you are gonna be here for 5 years together.
Yeah.
Here's your other thing, though. You gotta hope that shit show on the west side of Lincoln ain't bad with dumbasses driving.
Oh, the part that's like 65 for a little bit and it sneaks up on you?
Semis. It is just a breeding ground for left laners. The people that don't know, get your slow ass in the right lane. Here's the thing of it, though. There ain't but one way to find that out.
Got to do it.
I got to put that sumbitch in the game.
Yeah.
And, lean and mean Matt Rule trying to, dude, bro, save some for the rest of us. I mean, God, you're just out there jacked and yoked. Get off the testosterone replacement, bro. What are we doing here? The 1995 team is one of the few relevant things left about your program. So, hey, maybe instead of saying from 5 to 7, we will tolerate you. Okay? Maybe you let us leave when we want to leave.
Wow.
How about that? How about you try that on? Okay? Like 5 to 7, you could spare 2 hours for us. Great. I know you got to prep. I know you got to get ready for a big game day next day. Guess what? Your cleaning crews get paid American money. So you will tell them when they work. And if they don't like it, then you get rid of them and you get another cleaning company. I had a guy who was over in District 66. They would take that job.
Hey, time for two coaching, baby. Let's go.
Your wife, one of the more well-mannered people around, says please.
It's all relative.
And you just assume. Like your sons both say please.
After this segment you had, I couldn't muster it. I'm sorry.
Your beautiful mother, you don't bring into Piezon, which is rude.
Yeah.
She says please.
Hey, this is what's up. And if you want to change it, here's how you can change it. And so when you can go through those steps and you can do those things, then I think it helps a lot. And if you're a competitor, you take that information and you just harness and you get to work and you get yourself back in the game. And there's more of a sense of pride once you are back there. Like, they told me I sucked at this, but I fixed that. And now I'm back in the game. So that's the psychological side of it that I like.
Thank you, fuckers, for having me on.